That's the hood where I'm from. But it's bigger than that. We live on a planet, in a solar system, and a universe. Not just on a block. Be aware of that.
Let's go. King 2, man. You already know what time it is, man. Top of the top. Top of the line, man. Part 6, man. Mentalities, man. That's what it is, man. It's about mentalities. It's like, what type of mentality you got? Is you ready to go, put everything on the line? Or you just ready to fold? That's what it is. I mean, eternity, you know, like I said in my last video, part 5, you know what I'm saying? This is what it is. Eternity got drama. He got problems. God problems. You know, he got problems, man. You got, like I said, you got Lady Death. She wants him dead. You got Arishem and the Ancestors. They want him dead because they don't want to follow no more rules. You got Galactus. He wants him dead because he has them eat planets. See, but the thing about it is, he controls them because they don't want to die. You know? And that's how eternity controls them. You know what I'm saying? So, Galactus, for instance, he's an ultra powerful being, capable of anything you want. Reality warping, you know, super strength, super speed. He can raise people from the dead. He can destroy life. He can create life. You know what I'm saying? He can do all these things. You know what I'm saying? But he can't save his own life. He has to feed or he's gonna die. And so even though he doesn't want to feed on life forms and plants, but he has to do it to preserve his own life. So that goes to show you, like, life. We want their life. You know, look about this. He's terrifying. You can imagine the Galactus coming to our solar system, anybody's solar system, for that matter, and he just starts eating planets. And it's nothing our planets, any planets, weaponry or could do to get Galactus away from us. They can shoot whatever weapon they want. It's not gonna stop him. He's just gonna continue to just eat planets. And it's nothing nobody can do. It's a terrifying thing, seeing Galactus. Because that means the planet is dead. It's nothing nobody can do. He eats planets. So the depth of his character is gonna be crazy. So they have to do a backstory on him. When he comes, he eats planets. But he does this because he wants to save his own life. And this comes into mentalities. Eternity picked the right guy for the job. You know? Somebody that wants his life. You know what I'm saying? Because he couldn't have picked Arishem to be Galactus. Because Arishem would have just said, no, I'm not doing nothing. That's it. Kill me. And then he would have to go and find another Galactus. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He made the living tribunal to follow orders. That's it. He made Galactus to follow orders. He made the Ancestors to follow orders until Arishem spoke up. And it's about mentalities. You know what I'm saying? It's whether you want to be obedient or you want free will. And this is what eternity works on. He doesn't give out free will. You have to follow orders. That's it. I'm saying, and that's how he keeps you, fearing death. You know, and so Arishem, the cosmic realm of this story is crazy because Arishem knows he can't win. Like I said, I ran down Eternity's power set. You know, he's just unbelievable. Just think about this. Think about how small we are to Arishem and Ancestrals. We're like bugs to him. You know what I'm saying? You've seen in Eternals how he just came to Earth and just moved the clouds and just picked up all the Eternals and brought them outside the Earth like it wasn't nothing. Like it was just like nothing. Ants to him. And these are superpower beings, the Eternals. So imagine us to him. Nothing. But just think, Mac, look at this. He's like an ant to eternity. You understand? He's an ant. He's that size to eternity. Eternity can pull him up and listen, like, yo, it's nothing. He's ant size to eternity. So just imagine eternity's power set. And that's why, Ant-Man comes into play here, because it's like, wow, it shows you how, how tiny he can be. He can go to depths that he can go to. But in reality, we're tiny. We're microscopic. So imagine, eternity to us. We're nothing. We're like fungus. Our lives, we got houses and clothes and cars, and we invented planes and ships and militaries and things like that. We have great skyscrapers and things like that. But just imagine to a being like that. He won't even be able to see us. Like, it's nothing. We're nothing. Like, we're a cell to them. A cell. Like, it's just like something that we can't. They won't even be able to see. It's real. I'm saying, so that's why, like I said, I got a new appreciation for Ant-Man, and it shows you just like the possibilities, the mysteries of this universe. Size. I'm saying, and it shows you just how we need to just live. Like, we can't think primitive. And so we have to be thinking about advancing, traveling, time travel, space travel, all of that. That's supposed to be regular conversations in the dinner table. You know what I'm saying? Our dinner table discussions is like so primitive when everybody else is thinking so cosmic. It's so multiversal, and we thinking so primitive. No, there's no more thinking like that. Here in New Alpha Comics of History, we ain't no thinking like that. I thinking it is purely cosmic. You know what I'm saying? We on it's top of the top here. Nobody ain't gonna be able to affect what we doing or deflect what we doing, because what we doing is history. You know what I'm saying? We doing history, and like I said, things is different here. Like and to think about mentalities and strategy. Like Arishem, he wants war. You know what I'm saying, but something he can't win. He knows the only thing eternity needs is light, galaxies, planets, all of these things to keep him alive. Arishem knows this, so what he wants to do is get enough soldiers in and enough planets. He don't care about the celestial hatching and destroying the life forms on the planet. He don't care about that, because like I said, he could build more life forms. It's nothing. So, we all talk about, all our religious books talk about revelations and things like that in the end of time. They could be talking about when Arishem get enough soldiers and try to fight God. Because listen, once that happened, everything is destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Every planet, every galaxy, everything is destroyed. They're too big. They're too massive. Everything's over. So therefore, we have to understand what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? They say it in all these books. You know what I'm saying? We just thinking, oh yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But listen, it's something going on. Like I said, in Eternals, they landed in Mesopotamia. That's modern day Iraq right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of secrets there. A lot of secrets about the Anunnaki. How they was a supreme being, They had alien technology that was, I'm saying, ships. They landed here in a spaceship. They set up they base called Eden. Obviously, we got the Garden of Eden in the Bible, but their base was Eden, E.N.den. I'm saying, so this was their base, and going for that. These stories are thousands of years before the Bible was even made. You know what I'm saying? They came down here, set up kingdoms, taught those people how to build, how many planets it was in the solar system. They show you this maps. They had maps already done, flight maps, all types of stuff. Stories of greed and war and things like that between their gods and rulers. You know what I'm saying? It started off with one supreme god, Anu, and he had two sons, Enlil and Enki. And it's a big story there, that nobody really knows. And this is what goes on in our history. You know what I'm saying? These deities and these superpower beings, founded religion. It's like we just don't realize it. I'm saying it's just, we have to pay attention. Have to. I'm saying, don't just think have them dismiss your mind. No, nobody can dismiss your mind. You keep your mind elevating to the fullest. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So just think about this. Arishem wants to go to war. He wants to get enough soldiers where he have enough force to sacrifice to make eternity and make whoever eternity has in his favor in this war to destroy the universe. Because if he destroys the universe, then he doesn't get enough light and galaxies and planets and things like that to keep himself alive. Arishem knows this. To see what is going on with the multiverse, people jumping realms to different universes. So imagine if Arishem could jump another realm to another universe and see ancestors in those universes and convince them of the same plan. Because if all ancestors have that same plan, they can actually take eternity out. I'm saying by just rebelling and making him destroy universes and not get what he needs. So that's definitely a problem for eternity. You know what I'm saying? So it's mentality. That's why he keeps the people he keeps. He keeps Galactus on deck because Galactus want to live. And so Galactus want to keep his planets down, keep his numbers down. And, everybody be like, oh, it's too many celestials and it's one Galactus. So how could Galactus keep the numbers down? Where, you would think that he would make like 4 or 5 Galactuses or maybe 1,000 Galactuses. But just think about this. Galactus moves faster than the speed of light. Planets, if you see one planet, you usually see a bunch of planets. So imagine when as soon as he sees a planet, it's more planets in next to that. So once he sees one planet, he's taking out thousands of planets in one shot, hundreds of planets. We have a solar system that only has 9 planets, and some more dwarf planets, but who's to say whether any solar system that got hundreds of planets, 50 planets, 60 planets, that once he hits one planet, it's nobody else can do. He's gonna destroy all these planets. See, you gotta look at our solar system. All the planets are just like somebody just sucked the energy out of them. And it's real. This is real. I'm saying, so you gotta just understand, like, things ain't just like fairy tales and things is just like fiction. Nah, there's a lot going on in this world. And let's get to the plot. Like, for instance, everybody believes that eternity is the supreme God in this situation. But now I'm starting to believe he's not. Look at it like this. Eternity is not omnipotent. He can die. The only person here that's omnipotent is Lady Death. She can't die. She lives forever. Everybody that hates eternity, they fear death. Everybody that Arishem, he hates eternity. Galactus, he hates eternity. Anybody that went against eternity hates it because he wants to subjugate you. And the thing about it is, he is life. He's a life bringer. You know what I'm saying? And they hate life. You hate eternity, you hate life, because he is life. He births life. But nobody has a problem with Lady Death. You know what I'm saying? It's no big rebellions against Lady Death, because everybody fears death. They hate life, but they fear death. And it's real. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, wait a minute. Lady Death kills us. But yet we don't have no problem with that, because we fear death. You know what I'm saying? And that's something to look at. We worship death. That's what happened. That's what it is. It's death. We fear God because we fear death. So that's why you have a world where you have about almost 9 billion people or something like that, 8.5 billion people, and you have at least 5 billion people, at least almost 5 billion Christians in the world, and then you have probably almost 3 billion Muslims in the world. So you have basically like 7.5 billion, religion. Take Muslims and Christians, make about 7.5 billion people. And then you got Jews, then you have, Buddhists, you have other stuff and mix of that. So basically you have the whole world, fearing death. And it goes back into what the Aspirins wanted to create, and Arishem and them was a jacket, having people having people live forever. Because when you have somebody live forever, they won't care about life. They won't care about the secrets of life. They won't care about nothing. They will be relaxed, where they won't just understand anything. They won't care. But if you knew your life was the end, you would cherish it. And that's what Arishem wanted you to love your life and to enjoy your life. Not practice your death, not worship your death. No. You worship your life and cherish your life. And that's what's going on. That's not good, because these religions are basically like it's not doing no justice, because they are following something that's not natural. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's subjugation, and we need to understand that. You know what I'm saying? So we understand that, then we know that the whole world is religious. The whole world feared death, because if people got eternal life, it wouldn't be no religion. It wouldn't, because nobody would fear death no more. There's no reason to go to church or to go to the mosque, because we know that we're never gonna die. So the fact that we fear death, and the God that we worship controls death. So he got our attention. Like, oh, he controls death. I gotta fear him. I gotta listen, because if I don't listen, I die. And I want to secure my death. So you start thinking about your death. You're not supposed to think about your death. You're supposed to think about your life. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why my theory comes in about Lady Death. Like I said in my last couple videos ago, I think she precedes eternity. You know what I'm saying? I think she became aware of herself first. I think she actually created eternity. Or eternity came aware of himself, but she gave him death. She gave him death. It's intriguing for her to see how he keeps himself alive. Remember, eternity really doesn't kill anybody. You know what I'm saying? He creates life forms that does the killing. But he doesn't kill. And she doesn't create. So that's probably their limits, where, eternity can't kill. And Lady Death can't create. You know what I'm saying? Because that would destroy their power. So they don't do that. Create death and eternity, or create life. You know what I'm saying? And they have to just let it go. Like Jack Kirby said in the Fantastic Four episode, like I just create things. I don't know what happens after that. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing can be said with eternity and Lady Death. She created death, but she don't know what's gonna happen she created situations that will create death. A strife, somebody get somebody upset. She'll create the strife. You know what I'm saying? And she wants the end result of somebody dying. That's her power set. In eternity, he'll create life. But his purpose of life was to keep him alive. But obviously, he don't know nothing about free will. Like, for instance, you gotta understand, eternity doesn't know anything about being a good God, or being a merciful God, a benevolent God. He doesn't know none of that. You know what I'm saying? Remember, eternity comes into himself. Like, I would love to have a backstory on eternity. Like, he comes into himself, and he gets aware of himself, and it probably took billions of years for him to figure out that the void of space was destroying his power set. You know what I'm saying? And so he didn't know what to do. And so he didn't know how to cure himself. Probably had to experiment. He had to make other life forms, things like that, to understand that when he made something, the light it caused gave him a power boost. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a backstory, because obviously he didn't just become aware of himself and then automatically knew that he needed to make other life forms to keep him alive. He went through trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? And we need to see that. He probably built other life forms before he even built the aspens. You know what I'm saying? So it's a definite backstory with eternity. So he don't know how to be, learn how to be a benevolent God, I'm saying, that cares. He panicked when he realized that he was dying. You know, he did what any life form would do: self-preservation. You know what I'm saying, he built life forms to keep him alive. I'm saying, that's it. He didn't know no better. That's it. He didn't care about nothing, because he wanted to live. You know, he don't want to die. And so, obviously, billions of years after creating billions of aspens, you know, after a while, you become aware of the situation now. Now you know, like, okay, wait a minute. You know, I got all these billions of people that's creating stars and galaxies and things like that. They keep me great. I'm fed. I'm well fed. I'm strong. I'm powerful. I'm overpowerful now. You know, but I don't care. I don't care about their lives. I don't care about nothing. Keep doing it. Keep giving me power. Keep feeding me this money. Keep getting me up. And the greed kick in, and no humility, none of that. I'm saying, just no empathy. Everybody is subjugated to him. You know what I'm saying? Until Arishem and listen, we're not doing it. We're not jacking this. And so eternity is like, okay, fine, go ahead. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna play this out, because I don't trust anybody. I gave everybody death. Or is it the other way around? Did Lady Death give everybody death? You know what I'm saying? I don't think he can control death. I think Lady Death gives everybody death. So it's just something to think about. Like, it's real. It's real, man. Subjugation. I'm saying, we gotta understand subjugation. A lot of people don't even know they subjugated, and they don't even know it. They think they're free. It's like a hamster. You know, he's in a tank, but he got a maze in there, so he's running left, right, forward, back. He's doing everything you want to do. You know, he thinks that he's free. Thinks he can make all the decisions he needs, but in reality, he's just in a cage, in a maze. And out here the same way, on a cosmic level and a primitive level. They keep us in mazes. We think we're free. We think we got all this choice, but really we got their choices. Vote for this guy and this guy. Vote for this Republican and this Democrat. Get into this religion or this religion. It's like, it's really no real choice, but we think it's choice. It's their choice. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to keep your mind free and elevate, because our ancestors, what race you are, was never thinking like this. Never. We had, our mentality was, listen, what planet we getting on today? What planet we trying to get to today? You know what I'm saying? This is our mentality. They couldn't break our mentality. We was linked up already. You know I'm saying, this world was different. I'm saying, our mentalities was different. This is what it is. So we have to go back to this mentality. Let's build a time machine today. This is what we're talking about. We ain't just talking about, let me just go to work all day and just save my money and that's it, and prepare my death. No, we're not preparing our death. We're preparing our life. You know what I'm saying? We getting out of here. We trying to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? They doing this. They ain't thinking about what we thinking about. It's for the masses, on a cosmic level and on a primitive level. That's what it's about. I'm saying, elevating our minds, understanding life, and trying to figure out the secrets of life. This is what it's about. You're not gonna hear this nowhere else. This is what for common history. You know what I'm saying? But it's real. You know what I'm saying? Eternity, he got issues that he got to deal with, but he don't know no better. He panicked. It's about self-preservation. You know, some guys, like, you know, they start to rule with iron fist, and then they learn, they get a good woman that shows them, like, listen, you don't have to be like that. Or they family, whatever the case may be, he'll learn to be a benevolent God. He'll learn to care about the people, learn to make sure the people's okay. You know what I'm saying? Eternity never got that. You know what I'm saying? It's never, he jumped right into a war. You know what I'm saying? And he just, you know, was about self-preservation. That's it. It's just living. I'm saying, so he didn't care who he knocked down to live. So that's why you have, even though he created everybody, they have problems with him. They hate him. They hate life. They hate the life that he gave them. But nobody hates death because they can't, because they fear it. And that's what we do. And a cosmic level and a primitive level, we worship death. We make our little death, you know, ensabulas. We got you know, ceremonies, and we put plaques and stuff where people died at, and we go to church and talk about death all day. You know, we talk about all that. We will ourselves. We will ourselves to die. We can live forever if we just will ourselves to live. We will our own deaths. So talk about death all day. That's it. When you start talking about death, and that's what they do. See, we see death, we talk about death all day. We worship death. Lady Death is the supreme God. Everybody worship Lady Death because everybody scared to die. So everybody's preparing their death. No. That's why Arishem wanted you to love your life, to cherish your life. That's it, because life is brilliant. The things you get to do with your life, it's unbelievable. You go through a lot. You go through trials, tribulations, you know, good times, bad times, ugly times. This is what life is about. You know what I'm saying? And it's about cherishing your life and trying to advance in your life, not prepare your death. No, because who knows? Like I said in my last video, we can get to a planet and live forever. This is what's going on. This ain't nothing like new. We just got to get to a level to get out of here. That's it. It's only going to be us to do it, the people. I'm saying we have a story in the Bible called the Tower of Babel, right? Where, you know, in the Bible, you know, they cut it off where it's like a bunch of people that they built a tower all the way to heaven because they wanted to make a name for themselves. You know, the story makes absolutely no sense in the Bible. You know what I'm saying, but the real story is in the Sumerian tablets, where actually we didn't want to just build a tower all the way to heaven, you know, to make a name for ourselves, you know. No. The real story was we built a space station. We built our own space station and our own spaceships, and we wanted to leave the planet. You know what I'm saying? And the Anunnaki seen that. Oh, wait a minute. We can't have them do that. Hell no. We can't have them on our level. And that's why they blew it all up and separated the people, changed the languages and things like that. So and put them all over, placed them all over the planet. Got them out of there because they ascended too fast. You know what I'm saying? It's like all it takes is like, yo, wait a minute. Why they getting in? Why they got ships and doing all that, and they not giving us that? You know what I'm saying? This technology. Why are you not doing that? They're giving us primitive stuff, like showing us how to mow our crops, and they're showing us just how to plant seeds and make little primitive things. But they're not showing us the stuff that they got. They're not showing us that. Why? And that fuels that. Nah, I'm not jacking that, and I'm gonna do my own thing. We're gonna do what they do. If they can leave this planet, so can we. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, and that's how we've been living all across the world. Our ancestors and their gods and rulers And then this is what comes when I talk about, as far as, you know, about the celestials. I spoke about this in my last video, you know what I'm saying? And part 5 about, you know, just the sky fathers, Odin, Khonshu, Zeus, all the deities, the Egyptians, gods, and things like that, deities, the, you know, Ra and Set, and all these people that was, I mean, sky fathers, where they was coming down to all over the world and keep creating their dynasties and bloodlines and families and things like that. But in reality, the people started worshiping them as the gods. And now our worship, they need that energy to become more powerful. You know what I'm saying? And the ancestors knew that if they continued to be worshipped, the sky fathers, they would eventually become more powerful than them. They didn't just come and tell them to stop because they just want them to, they want to brag about what they the ones that created everybody. No, the ancestors don't care about them being the creation, you know, the fathers. They cared about keeping their position, because they know if the sky fathers get enough, you know, worshippers in power, they can overtake the celestials. I'm saying, so that's the only reason why the celestials stopped them. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand that we will our energy, like we will anything we want. If we want it, we put our mind to it, we get it. Our energy, they need it. They need our energy to survive. Where we give our energy? Because we fear death, so we give it away. We give our prayers, everything up. For what? Not for our life. You know what I'm saying? No. We don't have to do that. We go live our life and enjoy our life. That's it. It's mentalities. I'm saying we feel like we need somebody over us to rule us. We don't need that. We don't need nobody to rule us. Because we unruly. We don't have nobody rule us. But we're so messed up in our everyday life. Our mentality is just, you know, it is what it is. They got it, we don't. That's it. So we're not supposed to be thinking like that. We're supposed to be think like peasants. That's their job, to think about the stars and the space and innovations and technology and new phones and new things like that. But it's our job just to work and do the smaller things. No. We can do whatever we want to do. We're supposed to be thinking like that, the same way they're thinking. They never stop thinking the way they're supposed to. They put us down. Our thinking. It doesn't matter what race you are. You know what I'm saying? This is on a cosmic level and a primitive level. It's real. Mentalities, man. Mentalities. You know? Lady Death. She's omnipotent. Can't be killed. Who knows if this is, like I said, it's more multiverses than this. There's more universes than this. You know what I'm saying? She could just be coming to any universes. Anything that got life. And she just coming over there to destroy it. To end it. And she knows that we fear death. We fear death. And so we'll worship it. But we hate life. Because it was given. We hate it. We hate going through this, but we trying to protect our life though. And she knows this. Yeah, we hate our life. But we scared of death. So we can be mad at life because we're gonna die. And that's why eternity gets the blunt. It's the blunt in the brain. Nobody blames Lady Death for nothing. Everybody's okay with death, but they fear it. There's no protest like, why you made us die? Because nobody wants to die right now. You can't come at somebody that gives out death, that can kill you instantly. So, Lady Death has no problems, virtually no problems. I'm saying, so this is what it is. Life versus death. What you want to, you don't want to prepare your death and worship your death. You want to worship your life and prepare your life. That's what it's about. Mentalities. You know what I'm saying? It's mentalities. Straight up. These are powerful beings. But the choices that they're making in this story is the same choices that we had to make in our story. Like I said, Ant-Man and the Avengers and things like that. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. But this story that I'm telling, that we've been telling, this is years. This is probably phase 10. This is the new Alpha Comics in history. This is what it is. We going to be up beyond everything, up and beyond everything. You know what I'm saying? We at realms in the story that we ain't seen for years. And the story of good versus bad. You know what I'm saying? We're not, this is, it just gave us a little plant in the Eternals. You know what I'm saying? But listen, it's real. Look around, they're everywhere. Like I said, deities, gods, bloodlines, it's all everywhere. But it's, obviously they bobble it up and call it mythology. So off the rip in your brain, you think it's fake. So like I said, pay attention, man. It's real. You know what I'm saying? New Alpha Comics in history, man. This is what we do. We do our stories, man. We go in depth. Because, listen, it's real. Just knowing that, that things on a cosmic level. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, they put a story together that we have to expand on and keep it going forward for the next generation. This story is never ending. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we need to understand what's really going on and free our minds. Because we need to start innovating. All people. You know what I'm saying? Not waiting to be innovated on. You understand? New Alpha Comics in history, man. King 2, man. Out.